I don't get it. This theme kind of sounds unusual for a WWE show. What was wrong with the other version they were using? The only sin I got right now is being removed for the amazing stage setup we got for SmackDown. At least we don't have to imagine Tony Hawk riding a skateboard on this stage compared to Raw.
The chairman!
Hey guys, look! It's the guy who you completely hate because he screwed up so many of your favorite wrestlers' careers and ruined your expectations so many times over the years. Why are you giving him a standing ovation and cheering like hell? Oh, right. That's because they never meant a word they said. Not a single damn one.
Are you ready for a kill?
AC/DC fucking rules, that's for sure. Great choice on the new theme song.
It's presented by Progressive.
We're only past the opening pyrotechnics, yet we're already advertising things. It's okay, Christian. Calm down. Fox likely isn't going out the ass on advertisements like they do with other sports. Oh shit, I forgot where we are. Help me! Well, this is awkward. We're beginning the premiere of Friday Night SmackDown on Fox with a Raw wrestler. Stupid wild card.
If you're not excited right now, you better check your pulse.
I thought Corey Graves was done using that annoying catchphrase. Once again, I guess I was wrong. Even the sinner himself can be wrong at times.
The very first episode of Friday Night SmackDown!
Well, technically, the first ever episode of Friday Night SmackDown took place over a decade ago. Becky Lynch forgot to add in on Fox, otherwise she basically said this is the first time in SmackDown's 20-year history that it's being broadcast on a Friday.
Everyone knows who should be starting this show off.
King Corbin believes that the wrestler who gets the most booing from the crowd deserves to start the debut episode of SmackDown on Fox. Also, discount Game of Thrones outfit, and that's being said from a guy who's never even watched Game of Thrones. Simple Google search, and BAM!
Do you really think you're still the man?
King Corbin is mocking The Rock's catchphrases before The Rock himself even shows up for this segment. Come on, how can you not get chills from seeing this? The Rock's appearance on SmackDown was freaking awesome, no doubt about that. The Rock is addicted to cameras.
And you looking like a broke-ass Burger King on crack.
Big fan of Baron Corbin. Yes, I said that, shut up. But when it comes to in-ring promos, nothing beats the insults given by The Rock, as much as I legitimately hate Burger King. We managed to get a Wendy's chant in 2010 when John Cena mocked Heath Slater. Now we got a Burger King chant in 2019 with The Rock mock King Corbin. Now we just gotta fit McDonald's in there somehow.
Please come back home.
You couldn't have said that like 5 seconds after your pause instead of your traditional 1-minute pause. I swear those are still one of the most annoying things about The Rock. Also, the way Rock said home and the way he talks for a majority of this promo, I cringed. Not because it was bad, it was great, but because The Rock sounded like he was battling a cold during this night. Hell, I bet Becky Lynch chimed in for a majority of his catchphrases because Rock himself couldn't deliver them with much enthusiasm due to the sore throat.
You're looking at the great one.
How the hell are you the great one? You look nothing like one of the best wrestling YouTubers in this community. Hell, your forehead is too small to be the great one.
And the king says, know your role and shut your mouth.
And the sinner says, copy Rock infringement.
Walking around here holding a pair of testicles, do you?
Of course! Sex jokes, testicle jokes, the greatest form of comedy that anyone can come up with these days. Don't worry, that was all sarcastic.
My testicles are perfectly adequate.
Why would you say that? Stop doing that all the time!
It doesn't matter what you think!
That was stupid, that was stupid, that was stupid, that was stupid. What's with the wrestlers always fangirling whenever a legendary wrestler is in the ring? Much like Seth Rollins needed to get out of Hulk Hogan's ass, Becky Lynch needs to get out of The Rock's ass.
You want money in the bank?
And lost it in 7 seconds.
Up by the rock bottom!
Unfortunately, King Corbin fell back too early from the rock bottom. It was still a nice appearance, but a slightly botched rock bottom.
Making her way to the wing.
Yep, you heard that right. Charlotte Flair is making her way to the wing for this tag team match. I guess in addition to SmackDown being moved to Fox, the ring has now become the wrestling wing.
And it is boss time.
On the bright side, Michael Cole even sounds like he doesn't want to say the annoying "It's boss time" catchphrase. We're one step closer to him hopefully getting rid of it for good. On the negative side, he's still saying it.
For everyone in the
Looks like that purple tube man believed he was Spider-Man awaiting his upside-down kiss with Mary Jane Watson.
Friday Night SmackDown is sponsored by
Skip! That's the second time in less than 20 minutes that SmackDown is reminding us that they are trending #1 on Twitter. Take a wild card guess if I give a fuck.
the Sasha Banks in no hurry to encounter the man.
Because it's honestly stupid that two wrestlers are scheduled to face each other on pay-per-view and still face each other in the weeks leading up to it. Still a major problem WWE has.
Launched on to the
Becky Lynch reacted too late from hitting the top rope in that flapjack.
now women's champion belly taps out.
That one moment when you realize that the ending to this match is the exact same way the SmackDown Women's title match ends just 2 days later. No joke, Bayley tapped out with both her hands tonight and at Hell in a Cell.
You are challenging Brock Lesnar.
Technically, it's the other way around. Brock Lesnar is the one challenging Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship tonight. How can the champion challenge a challenger for his own title?
As I climb mountains and I overcome the odds.
Just like Big E needs to overcome his habit of using sign language for almost everything Kofi Kingston is saying.
Politely ask that we allow him to climb this mountain alone.
Based on what happens in this main event, I bet the New Day ultimately regrets not being there for Kofi. That one moment when a celebrity is at ringside to watch the show and ends up becoming the talk of the main event scene just days later on Raw. How stupid is that? Previously on the blue carpet? I don't know, it's the best thing I could come up with.
Both WWE Hall of Famers.
And both of them have coincidentally become victims of the Fiend. Wonder where Kane is among this crew.
Anything before quite like the...
Looks like in the middle of the SmackDown 20th Anniversary celebration sins, at the same time I present to you episode 9 of the Firefly Funhouse sins. Alright, let's do this.
You're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever end.
It seems like with every episode of the Firefly Funhouse, Bray Wyatt becomes more and more deranged. If you look back at the first ever episode, he's got more smiles than anyone in the company combined, and that further shows how much sanity he's losing. Also, we got a new painting of Abby the Witch on the wall, and oh my god, please straighten out the paintings already! How many times am I going to lose my mind and let my own darkness in? If you look at the Seth Rollins painting behind Bray, you can see that there are devil horns, further foreshadowing that he's about to let him in at Hell in a Cell and get possessed. Even the smallest of details can cause the biggest outcomes.
To introduce everyone to my home!
Didn't you introduce us to your home like 6 months ago? We've been familiar with the Firefly Funhouse for half a year at this point, dude.
I need to get my rest.
Poor Abby the Witch hasn't been able to get her rest for 6 months. Man, I feel bad for her. Why doesn't she just move out of the Firefly Funhouse if she can't take it?
What's it to you?
Mercy the Buzzer doesn't seem to ever want to have fun anymore. What's up with that? Honestly, Ramblin' Rabbit wearing a complete Seth Rollins outfit, especially with a beard, was funny as hell. Although, what do you bet he's gonna die for the 100th time tonight?
I want to be just like you when I grow up.
And by grow up, I mean assuming I don't die, get resurrected once again, and have to restart the life cycle.
But anyway.
Looks like Seth Rollins actually likes Ramblin' Rabbit. Makes me wonder if those two would ever become friends and play together. Nah, Seth's about to kill him next week.
It won't end well.
Ramblin' Rabbit speaks to Seth Rollins, but also speaks to the fans as well. See guys, the rabbit tried to warn you that the main event wasn't going to end well. Next time, you better listen to the rabbit.
And my friend Seth?
Bray Wyatt considers Seth Rollins to be his friend, despite the fact that he technically has never met him since debuting the Firefly Funhouse, and the only time he meets Seth, he dies. Apparently, holding a microphone causes Bray to sound exactly like Mercy the Buzzard. He stole Mercy's voice! Good lord, how much fluff does Ramblin' Rabbit have in his body? Or maybe Mercy ripped apart Huskus the Pig off screen as well. Also, this somehow didn't cause the Firefly Funhouse to get an R rating. That's a lot of graphic violence for a kid's show. It's freaking awesome how accurate this revealed what was going to happen at Hell in a Cell. Once again, Bray Wyatt was right. Ramblin' Rabbit literally loses his head, just like Seth Rollins figuratively loses his head at Hell in a Cell by going mentally insane against the Fiend.
History has a horrible way of repeating itself.
Another true prediction, as Seth burns down the Firefly Funhouse a week later, just like Randy Orton burned down Bray Wyatt's former home 2 years ago. This is honestly terrifying. Alright, well that was fun. Now to add all those sins to the SmackDown Anniversary Sins counter, playtime's over, back to work. Sami Zayn annoyingly trying to be the center focus of attention during Shinsuke Nakamura's entrance. Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair are hanging out with each other at ringside. Sure, let's forget about the fact that they are rivals heading into their tag team match at Crown Jewel.
5-on-5 match later on this Monday.
Well damn, this match actually started off out of nowhere with that move from Shinsuke.
Rollins ducked out of harm's way.
Sorry, but that sling blade was just awful, as Seth had nearly relinquished the hold before it could fully connect. Thus, the impact on Shinsuke wasn't as good.
Nakamura, there's the...
What a devastating kick to the air. Missed opportunity for the Fiend to attack and murder Shinsuke Nakamura, thus sending him back to NXT just like it did to Finn Balor. Damn, Kevin Owens is ready for this big match against Shane McMahon, and yet he didn't even get to have his own entrance. That sucks. I bet Shane McMahon absolutely hates this new stage setup given the fact that he doesn't have enough room to do his signature dance during his entrance.
Owens wasted little time.
Pre-match assault. Also, once again, the referee refuses to ring the bell unless Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon are in the ring, which is stupid because this is a ladder match where anything goes.
Dangerous competitor. And the bell.
Seeing Shane jump out of the ring on his own accord and before Kevin could even connect the clothesline made me cringe so bad I am bound to give this a double sin. ladder is bridged between the ring and another object just so we can have it break in half cliche.
No stranger.
We're only a minute into this match and the moves so far have been bad. Whether Shane jumped out of the ring too early or Kevin connected a headbutt to the air. Shane McMahon nearly killed that little kid at ringside with a ladder. Jesus, watch what you're doing, asshole.
And again,
Yeah, like that hood was totally gonna do a lot of damage to Kevin. Wait a minute, it did? How vulnerable is Kevin Owens supposed to be if that's the case? Well, at least the frog splash through the ladder actually looked badass. Maybe a cliche, but it can still deliver at times.
no pinfall, no
Shut up.
clip, and he does!
Shane McMahon is fired, even though I have strange suspicions that he'll still find a way to weasel back into the SmackDown scene. He's a McMahon, after all. For now, here are 3 sins removed.
Brock Lesnar's going to get rid of Kofi Kingston.
Sadly. Good lord, this is like the 4th or 5th time SmackDown is advertising Progressive, and I thought them advertising Hulu all these years was annoying.
Allying with, and a zigzag!
With how quick The Miz moved after getting the zigzag, it looks to me like WWE has really downgraded the effectiveness of Dolph Ziggler's finishing move, and that's honestly stupid.
6'8", 385 pounds.
Thanks, Michael. I was totally wondering how tall Braun Strowman was and how much he weighed. Thanks for giving me the random info. Hard to believe that pretending to fight with an undefeated boxer is enough to get you in a big-time match against him. Hey, it worked for The Big Show 11 years ago when he taunted Floyd Mayweather.
Livid with what happened earlier tonight.
Earlier tonight, Michael was acting like Tyson Fury got ran into hours ago, when that was clearly 50 seconds ago. If we're talking about wrestlers fighting against their past selves, how come we don't have a triple threat match involving The Fiend from the Firefly Funhouse versus Bray Wyatt from the Wyatt family versus Husky Harris from the Nexus? Missed opportunity right there.
If the action stays inside the ring.
Based on the many lumberjack matches we've seen over the years, 100% unlikely that the match will stay inside the ring.
They're not really supposed to be doing this. They're supposed to be just sending Roman back into the ring.
Well, last I checked, the lumberjacks can do whatever they want, just as long as they throw Roman Reigns back into the ring after they're done. No rules saying that's all they're supposed to do.
He prayed perhaps. Eric Rowan with a big boot.
That was clearly a spinning heel kick, not a big boot, Michael.
Eric Rowan.
So that's what that noise was. I swear I kept hearing a weird noise over and over again when watching this. Up here in Canada, we watch SmackDown on Sportsnet 360, so the advertisement for Rays vs. Astros didn't appear on the screen, but the noise itself was still heard. I kept thinking The Fiend was invading or something. Based on how the main event takes place tonight, showing the tail of the tape looks sad. And also, it's not like we didn't know that Brock Lesnar is much bigger than Kofi Kingston, not to mention more accomplished.
A former UFC champion.
Michael Cole channeling his inner JBL by constantly reciting the accomplishments of Brock Lesnar while Brock makes his entrance to the ring. Also, what was the point in reciting Brock Lesnar's accomplishments when the tail of the tape just did that exact same thing 30 seconds ago?
Champion without
Xavier Woods playing his trombone off sync to the New Day's music.
introducing first. He is the WWE.
Wait, what? Why is Kofi Kingston being introduced first? The challenger is always supposed to be introduced first during ring introductions of a title match. I get that Paul Heyman wants to do his usual put everyone to sleep Patrick Star style promo on introducing Brock Lesnar, but are you telling me he can't do that before Kofi's introduction? Hell, even the cameraman is directing the cameras on Brock Lesnar, figuring he'd get introduced first, as the challenger always should. Fuck! Hi, your voice cracked!
Recon breakpoint available now.
Why the hell would you leap at Brock, Kofi? This entire 9-second main event and Kofi's WWE title loss was all caused by his stupid mistake of jumping in the air, which makes him prone for an F5. So it's Kofi's own fault that he lost so quickly. Also, why not fool Brock Lesnar into thinking you were going to leap into the air, only to suddenly drop kick his legs, stun him, hit Trouble in Paradise, and repeat? Would probably not help Kofi win the match, but would definitely help him last a lot longer.
There's the cover. We got a new champion.
A much weaker Kofi Kingston lasted longer against Brock Lesnar during that one house show in Japan 4 years ago than the more experienced Kofi Kingston 4 years later. Let that sink in, and bask in the glory of these 9 sins I just added for a 9-second waste. Screw it, let's round it off to an even 10 sins. Yeah, don't you dare pretend that you saw this coming. Literally nobody could have predicted that Brock Lesnar would become WWE Champion in 9 seconds and then immediately attacked by the debuting Cain Velasquez in the same night. This was fucking amazing, so let's remove those 10 sins I just added. Ladies and gentlemen, the new, reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Heavyweight Champion of the World, Paul